All right, welcome back to another Top 5 Tuesday. We got Dave and Triz joining us this week. I don't know, it's so weird. Like, Dave and Triz is always there. They are the crew. This week we're going to be tackling our top 5 animated shows. This one will really kind of show the generations, but I also thought it would be nice, especially with the passing of Kevin Conroy, to kind of dip into that. In saying that, we won't be able to choose Batman the Animated Series, which is by far the GOAT for me.
It's the greatest animated show ever made.
Spider-Man, the original one, that dropped in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
No,
also...
it's got to be the 90s because we did have an 80s Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That theme song was banging, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And also X-Men 97, which we're going to get a sequel series to next year.
Very
All right. So kicking it off. So my number 5 there is Are Real Monsters.
Digging in that ass.
Yeah, badly. I think for me, this was always the waiting for dinner show. Like, it was always the afternoon after school. I'm going to get ready and everything. I just can't forget that intro, all the fucking, like, the little dynamics and whatnot. Some of the characters were so fucked up. The one holding his eyeballs and...
Yeah. It was weird, that show. I always found it like, they lived in Midian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it could have almost been an alternate kids Midian.
Fuck yeah.
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 But
there was also very little, if any, humans in the piece. It was like Hellboy 2, in a way.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yeah.
It was
good characters as well in there.
Yeah. That guy's name was Crumb, by the way.
Yeah.
Crumb.
To hell with
you. My number 5 was Avatar: The Last Airbender. See, this wasn't a pre-dinner show for me. This was, I got home from school and it was just on Nickelodeon type show. But this was the fucking shit. This was, besides Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, my first foray into fucking anime, like proper. I was watching this fucking day by day, son. Jesus. I was even watching the reruns every day as well.
The show was fire when you can watch them reruns again.
Fucking
Fuck yeah. But the martial arts was just on point in this show as well.
I just never watched this show.
Change your fucking life, dog.
Yeah, I got to get into it.
I think I was working by then.
Yeah, that's what changed everything for me. That's where you'll see that big divide, is that those choices are completely different to ours.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
It's true. It's true. My number 5 was Dinosaurs. So Dinosaurs came out back in 87, and Dinosaurs had the most fire bloody intro. And it was straight 80s. It was weird because they were aliens that came down to Earth, and on Earth at the time were dinosaurs. So they took the forms of dinosaurs. Their names were all based on dinosaurs. Allo was an Allosaurus.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. You'd expect him to be a T-Rex. He looked like a T-Rex, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was cool, man. This is the first time that we got to see, okay, well, if aliens did come down and they tried to assimilate with us, what would they do? And they were just smarter dinosaurs.
That's right.
Which is fine.
It was sick. And that Stan Bush. It sounded like Stan Bush on the theme song. So sad.
It's the synth in there. Beautiful.
That and Gummy Bears got to face off. They've got to do a versus or something like that. My number 4 is Rocko's Modern Life. Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life.
3:30s this used to hit.
Yeah, man. This is the directly after you got home from school.
It was the rush. Remember?
Yeah.
School to finish at 3:20. So we used to book.
First time that I really kind of recognized an Australian character in a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it was fucking massive. This had a little bit of a reprisal just before that I didn't catch, but I don't know. Sometimes you got to give up on the cartoons. I just don't make time for cartoons like I used to.
It's just weird. It was weird, this show, right? So he was a wallaby. His best mate was a cow, a steer, I should say, right? But the steer's parents were wolves.
Yeah,
Wild, absolutely wild.
It was next to them 2 toads as well. And it's interesting. It was kind of fucked up that his mate was a steer, and they still called that guy Heifer. Heifer. Fucking banger. My number 4 was Dragon Ball Z. Ooh. So this was the eat your cereal before you go to school show. But this is always fucking goated in my memory because the Cell Saga is some of the greatest fucking anime viewing that you could ever see. Especially in that time. Albeit, it was 300 episodes to get to the fucking punchline, but it was fucking excellent.
300 episodes? Jesus, this is like the animated equivalent of Days of Our Lives.
It fucking was. Stefano came back 87 times and...
He got kidnapped and then made a return again.
I got kidnapped by the kidnappers.
My number 4 is the classic. It's Transformers.
Ooh.
Came out in the year of my birth, 84. Spawned an animated movie, which is fire. You actually get to see Optimus die. And we get to see Rodimus Prime born. Fire. And then it spawned like maybe 2 fire movies as well, live action movies.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Out of 5, 5
yeah,
movies,
out of 5, yeah,
yeah,
and
6 if you include Bumblebee.
3 if you include Bumblebee, because Bumblebee was
fucking oath.
But yeah, man, the Transformers is still going today. I saw just recently they released a smaller version of the self-transforming Optimus Prime for like $1,000 US.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what the bigger version costs. You bitch you.
You know, I've got more memories with Beast Wars than I do the OG Transformers.
Yeah, it's true actually. But Beast Wars was trash to me because of the CG. I don't like the CG.
Yeah, neither did I. You know, Reboot was the first all CG animated show.
Oh wow, I remember Reboot as well. Yeah,
yeah. Reboot had a bit of a run to it as well.
Kind of fire that show actually.
Yeah, it was nice.
I always remember Beast Wars because I fucking I got the Optimus and I got the Cheetor from that fucking Beast Wars.
Yeah,
and then I lost the Optimus and shit went down.
Primal, I believe his name.
Yeah. All right, my number 3 is Captain Planet.
He's our hero.
Don Cheadle's Captain Planet.
You know, I can't go back and watch Captain Planet because of that. I keep thinking of the Shanta Cray motherfucker. Oh man, Captain Planet was just like every episode was a little bit of something about the climate and whatnot. Hoggish Greedley, that villain there. But I liked how they all worked together with their powers and got the powers from the ring. And then when it was downtime, they were fucking around with Gaia and whatnot.
Yeah.
One of them Planeteers got into Gaia's ass.
It was the black one.
That was for Shakwame.
Yeah, you know how it was going down.
1000%.
Gaia had them yams.
Yeah, she did. She did. She had that Vanessa Williams kind of look to her, like early Vanessa Williams.
Yeah. Someone cue that Fetty Wap song. So my number 3 is the Angry Beavers.
Ooh.
And this show was my fucking shit too. Fucking Daggett and Norbit. It's the coolest motherfuckers on the planet for me. And it was the perfect duo as well. Because Daggett was wild confident, but also just wild dumb. Whereas Norbit was just wild smart. And they just fuck with each other the whole time.
Nice.
And And it was also like the biggest fever dream when you think about it. Their best friend was just a fucking 2x4 that didn't talk. You had to imagine what the motherfucker was saying the whole time.
Creating that imagination early.
Yeah.
But fucking excellent.
All right, my number 3 is Thundercats, man. I had a Lionel birthday cake for like maybe it was my 3rd or 4th birthday in South Africa. It was kept in the fridge. I used to look at them bitches. I used to have we had a Cheetor somewhere.
Yeah.
In our house. Not a Cheetor, a Tiger.
Yeah.
Somewhere in our house.
And a Panthro.
And a Panthro.
He had the Kung Fu grip.
You did. But Thundercats, man. Thundercats is that one that I'm waiting for them to do a movie of. Like, Thundercats would work really, really well right now. If we got Weather or someone to do those Thundercat effects now, ooh. Especially with what they did, like we're used to seeing animals on screen with like speak and whatnot now because of apes.
Yeah.
Thundercats is our next step, man.
Fucking oath. Who are the Thundercats' enemies again? They fought someone.
They fought Mumra?
Mumra. Yeah.
So they like Lion-O had his crew and then Mumra had his crew.
Yeah.
But Mumra was also a decrepit old fuck, but then just summoned the Gains.
The Gains have been summoned. All right. My number 2 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant. Fuck this shit. Killed. This had some of the best stories, the best group dynamics, the spin-off games.
Yeah.
The show to game conversion was unbelievable.
Turtles in Time, banger.
Turtles in Time. But even just the normal Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, next level. That new one, Shredder's Revenge, fire as well.
Is it?
It's coming out on PS5 and that soon. I get them hits.
It's almost like they have a contract where it's like you can only exclusively make good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Anything that's a dog, you need to scrap straight away.
Oh man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just lives on through those movies that they had, minus Turtles in Time. They had a live action show as well, which is
They did too.
all right. Secret of the Ooze doesn't play as well for me, so I have to take a breath sometimes. And I like that.
Watch it anymore.
Me neither.
I always watched the first one.
Yeah, and then maybe Ernie Reyes Jr. in the
Not even that.
in the second, and then out. It's too cornball for me. Too cornball space.
Jesus. What do you call it? O's number 2 is SpongeBob motherfucking SquarePants. That's his actual middle name.
I think now I'm getting the crossover. I never got to a Dragon Ball. Every other O at school was watching Dragon Ball, SpongeBob. I feel that one.
I don't know. Like, for Dragon Ball Z, I was in that period where it was like the anime was out, but then the fucking Tarzos were out at the same time. And motherfuckers was fighting for that shit. It was West Side Story in fucking primary school.
Buying chips to throw them away.
See motherfuckers just like poof, popping that thing. But no, SpongeBob SquarePants has it's generated lifelong memes. Like the "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?" Fucking SpongeBob when he's dehydrated in Sandy's tank.
Yeah.
Fucking Patrick having no nose and seeing the stink just evade him all the time. Shit like that. SpongeBob SquarePants is forever goated all the time.
Yeah, SpongeBob was pretty good. My number 2 was basically the only sort of trek into anime that we had back in the day, which was Technoman. The Technoman back in the day was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'd never seen something like that before.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
we'd only ever seen animation like that in really, really high-end manga films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And manga wasn't even a big thing over here. I don't think the the first thing that we saw from manga was really, to be honest, bloody what's his face, Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true.
Yeah. To then see something like that on, like, you know, just a normal everyday TV, amazing.
Yeah,
And the story was fire, and his suit was fire.
yeah. He had those knives that he threw at him, motherfuckers, didn't he?
I still believe that this show was probably cut down as well.
Probably
Yeah.
fits the MO there.
You see the knives fly on some guys like, ah!
We were fighting big old monsters, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you know, they'd explode into blood and whatnot, usually.
Fucking
True.
oath. Yeah. All right. Before we get to our number ones, let's run through some honorable and dishonorable mentions there. So I'll start with my list there, Triz. Dave. So my honorable mentions are Rugrats, which it was just fire. Bangers and Mash, which felt like a cartoon from like the 60s, which also had Banana Man tacked onto that shit.
It did too.
Yeah.
Gogs, which was the Banana Man, this guy. Gogs, the claymation number, the caveman, which was fire. Fillmore, which I think was one of the biggest bonding experiences, me and Triz.
Yeah.
Because I actually really enjoy it. I didn't know Disney had it in the bag like that. Like, they had some fire. But
I thought you was a square.
but then they also had DuckTales, Tailspin, Baron Carnage. Gotta love those fucking names. Animaniacs, which was fire from Warner's.
Don Carnage.
Don Carnage. Baron Carnage. Don Carnage. Fucking hell. Animaniacs, which spawned a whole bunch of hentai right now. Yeah. They got some
Maniacs?
They got some weird shit that they just post up with the, like, yeah.
Right on.
They're so searching it.
You will let me see.
Gargoyles. Gargoyles was the shit. I'd never seen a concept like this. This one is like a big standout for me.
Yeah.
Freaky Stories, which got into that after-school horror kind of vibe. Daria, which is more the adult teenage cartoon that we used to watch.
Yeah,
but I like the tone on Daria.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim, which was that fire before school, high energy. Jim was a fucking classic. Doug, which is also a little bit more dour. Doug was always down in the fucking dumps.
Doug always came off as a simp to me.
Darkwing Duck, which is always fire. The Tick brought the fucking laughs hard, man.
Fucking earth.
Pinky and the Brain, which kind of sounds like Angry Beavers in a little way, with that dynamic between the smart and the dumb one.
Yeah.
South Park, which was, I think, our first real foray into like adult animation.
Man.
Neon Genesis Evangelion, which was kind of like, okay, Techno Man, here's like the next kind of more adult anime spinoff, and then The Simpsons, which is Simpsons was awesome up until a point where we just went, I don't know if we've outgrown it or it's lost its touch or the writers changed over or maybe it's just Conan O'Brien that left the writing room and the shit just wasn't funny anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Almost put this shit in my dishonorables, to be honest.
Just see it under the Principal Skinner. Pathetic. So, my honorable mentions. So, I'll get the ones out of the way that have been mentioned already. So, Our Real Monsters, and then Rugrats, and Rocko's Modern Life, and Fillmore. But then, Johnny Quest was one where it was just a fire fucking show. Like, because I wasn't following in order, I just didn't know, like, it was a mixed bag jumping into there. And you just don't know what adventure Johnny Quest is going to be on this time. But a memorable episode I always have is when they go through this portal and everything goes fucking CG.
Yeah.
But they're getting chased through this maze by Medusa the whole fucking time, and they got to find a way out.
Shit.
Yeah, always remember that shit. I had Arthur. Once again, lifelong meme with the fucking fist. Pause. Fucking Arthur was always excellent. Also had Kablam. Kablam was a late night Nickelodeon show. This only went on for like 4 years, and it was an anthology of like cartoons. And it was hosted by these two comic book characters that were just these two teenage kids. And they'd just be like, here's the next show. And it would go into the next thing. And it would be like a live action show with like figurines and shit like that. It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Pingu, because I like just fucking loved Pingu. The cunt was just funny to me.
Womp, 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 womp.
It was always his dad for me. Cunt was always angry as well. But as well as that, fucking SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats was excellent. Always remember the episode where they're trying to chase down that other jet, but they go to shoot him from behind, pause, and then you see the cunt pull his hair out from the back and it's just two other eyes. But this was fucking mad, this show. And then, as always, Pokemon, specifically the Indigo League, so that first season of Ash being Ash Ketchum, getting all the first 150 Pokemon, becoming the Pokemon Master. He was a fucking machine. Hey Arnold as well.
Shit.
Hey Arnold was the shit. I don't know if it was Uos or it was Cassidy that mentioned Hey Arnold to me for the first time, but I remember the first time someone said, you ever watch Hey Arnold? I was like, you mean Arnold Schwarzenegger? I was like, this guy's got a TV show.
Fucking just feel like that TV show. Just feel like I'm speaking backwards sometimes.
Oh fuck! And then also have Transformers, so Beast Wars specifically, because that was like a childhood favorite for me. I always remember the shooting was real fucking dog shit in that show because their hands were constantly moving when they were shooting.
Yeah, that's true. It was always funny for me when Optimus transformed, though, because he was a gorilla. Like, yeah, some things were just a bit off there.
Where was that head coming from?
Exactly.
Fucking Optimus had the badonk as well. That was just rolling.
It was like double cheeked up.
So, as well as that, I had Cat Dog. So Cat Dog spawned like a really addictive theme song with the fucking Cat Dog. Cat Dog. Always remember that shit. And then also had Spawn, the animated series, as another one. Fucking, I always forget about Spawn, but Spawn is the fucking shit. Even though it's like adult animation, that shit is fucking excellent.
Spawn was so good. So good.
Yeah.
Done by HBO. It was just next level.
Yeah.
Fucking oath. All right, jumping back in with our dishonorable mentions there. Obvious punch in, but you know. So first off the list was Count Duckula. I'd never liked the animation style on Count Duckula. I didn't like the stories. Though it was overpowered. Like, you're supposed to keep a low profile, but he's got this big fucking castle floating through the sky. Never liked him.
It was weird, but his castle had more powers than him.
Yeah.
I never understood that.
Me neither.
It was like reverse Castlevania.
Yeah.
Then I had Trapdoor, which I just like, I don't know what the fucking point of the show was. It felt like they just had like mishmash of just different things happening, and it didn't gel with me.
For me, all of the money for Trapdoor went into the opening sequence.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Don't you go in that trapdoor. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
There's something down there. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Damn. And then my last on the list there for dishonorable mentions is Pingu. I I hated this penguin.
He brought joy to all, goddammit.
He was budget Roadrunner, and he fucking knew it. Beep beeping his house, like his ass around. Fuck him. Yeah. When the dad talked, it was like game over for everything.
Yeah, the dad was the fun sucker, but he also beat his children respectfully.
Yeah, he was. All those conversations were, why didn't you get 100?
I would do anything to be inside with my friends again. So, my dishonorable mention starts off with Noddy, because Noddy is a poor man's Toy Story. This was about them 3 fucking kids in that play store talking about, like, you know, all their fucking toys that had come to life and the stories behind it. Fuck that shit. This shit used to kill my vibe like a motherfucker. I hated this shit.
It was the worst thing that could have come on because you just hear that fucking song.
Noddy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I know. It's on.
Little man in the red and yellow car. Bling, blong, bling, blong. It's burned into my brain. I got that TV on fire now if I ever.
You know, they remade Noddy as a full CG show, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Was he
all the
just
bad
on
memories.
heroin?
It's back.
The fucking
Nodding off in like different places. Either that or he's a recovering heroin addict and he was what's his face? It was methadone.
Badly.
Yeah, methanodi.
fucking hell. You had to be on something to enjoy this show, though. Like, fucking, you cannot do this. Like, there is no level of sobriety you could go through.
wasn't made for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Made
Fucking
for kids, like little kids. That's why if you look at how the way that he was made, the way he was drawn, I want to say, but he was real, wasn't he?
Kind of claymation.
yeah.
Oh, claymation, yeah. Like his color, the color schemes, everything is to appeal to younger viewers.
True.
But why did they put it on after our fucking cartoons? At the late primetime spot.
Because the late prime time slot, you would never be there for. They knew that kids were going to get up. They're going to have to leave at around 8:30. That's where all the mad TV shows would come on at around 7:30.
Fucking, as soon as I feel like they were the weeds. Like all those shows, Pingu, Trapdoor, Count Duckula, and Noddy, they were like, as soon as you hit those, it was like, time to shut this shit the fuck
Oh,
off.
Lord. Let's not forget about Brum as well. Fuck that car.
Shit. Brum's eyes always scared me.
Fucking Brum just wild surprise 24/7.
Brum was that crackhead that Dave Chappelle impersonated. Crackhead as the bloody T-Rex.
Badly.
Fucking hell. And I've also got Action Man, but not the original Action Man. They remade Action Man for my generation, and it was full CG, and it wasn't good at all. They really, they really relied on like this power that Action Man had, where you could see the future.
Action Man had powers.
Never.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like they were like, with Action Man's reflexes, he can see the future, and like it would go into his eye, and then you'd see everything that's gonna fucking happen.
Not my Action Man.
I know, right? That's not mine. But yeah, it was just bad. This show.
Too much Action Man, if you ask me.
Give this shit a rest, my friend. Man, he just ate out.
All that's been running through my head is just, hey, Michael for Action.
There wasn't even like the live action at the start with that O that looked like bloody Chad Stahelski.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Was Action Man American or British?
It's British.
Yeah.
He was British. I swear that was an American playing a Brit.
It was.
It was the most over like acted accent. What do you mean?
Can you imagine getting hired for Action Man? And you think it's like some mad bloody movie or TV show, and then you realize you've got 15 seconds in the front and maybe 15 seconds in the back. Pause.
I know. Action Man looked like the live Action Man looked like that porn star Evan Stone.
That's fucked.
I swear that I was moonlighting.
Look like Rocco. Look like young Rocco.
Fuck.
Well, they called him fucking Action Man.
Tom Segura speak about Rocco twice now, and both times I cried laughing.
Oh, fuck.
My last dishonorable mention is Centurions. So Centurions was the three average Joes. Well, not average Joes. They were army men, but then they were drafted into a secret fucking team where they would take on like Avenger level fucking threats by themselves in those suits. And they get installed different pieces onto them. And like you could put wings on the back, and now you can fly, or you could put massive like fucking cannons on the front paws, and then you can like, destroy shit. Like it had all the means to be a fire show, but this shit just turned out to be budget like, I want to be a Lego.
That's fucked.
I remember that show because they almost tried to be Silverhawks.
Yeah.
But it was never near that caliber.
Yeah. This shit was ass. Fucking hated the fuck out of this. Also, we're adding Brum as my dishonorable mention as well. I don't give a fuck.
You know what we're also adding as honorable mention, though? Honorable. The Defenders.
Defenders of the Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Also going on that list, which I think should be a movie as well, is Mask.
Fucking oath.
True.
Mask should have trumped Transformers.
Should have.
As the movie.
Because there's actual human characters in there.
Yeah.
But if they did make one, you know who's going to be the head guy in there, right?
Who?
Diesel.
Fuck that. You can scrap that Mask movie right
You know
now.
what's going to happen. I bet money on it now.
Fuck that.
Straight up.
Straight
up. All right. Going back to our number ones there. So, my number one, still in the Nickelodeon family, and I still believe it was a kid show made for adults, and for some reason they only showed it on Saturday mornings. But Ren and Stimpy. Fuck, they had some bangers. Ren and Stimpy were just perfect. I love the dynamic between them. Ren's voice is just like etched in my mind. You idiot. That game was also alright on Super NES.
Which one? There was two.
Was there?
Yep.
The one that we could only like get to the fence and then we just went, fuck this.
Keep writing Strimpy.
Strumpet.
Ren. So there was Ren and Stimpy show Time Warp, and then
Time Warp was the fire one,
and then there was Vidiots. No, wait. Stimpy's invention was Sega Genesis. Yeah. Time Warp?
Because that was still the side scroller.
Yeah, the side scroller one. Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Always remember the show because of Stimpy. They do that surgery to scoop out the fat from his ass, and they put it into Ren's chest to get him mad brolic.
That episode was called Ren's Got Pecs.
I love the animation style in Ren and Stimpy. The way they would kind of like it'd kind of be their normal animation style, but then they'd flick to like a close up, and it'd be like this really beautiful kind of rendition where they put the time in to make sure the fucking light was right and the fucking details were all there, and also Powder Toast Man.
Yeah.
Leave everything to me.
Fly backwards.
Yeah. Fucking.
And you just smash through buildings. You notice that every time there was a close-up, though, of one of the characters, it was hyper real.
Yeah.
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 That was all fucked up.
Yeah. The hair out the ears and the pimples and the
Yeah.
teeth and the drool and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Fucking. So there's like goated memories where it's like Kowalski as Ren's adopted son, fucking Stinky as Stimpy's like son as well. What the fuck?
That episode only ever aired once, and
Yeah.
they never aired that episode again.
Oh,
that
shit.
one aired at 8:30 at night.
Yeah. The episode deemed too adult for children. This is one where he flips the table over and he talks to his booger collection, eh?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, this guy talks to farts, man.
It's hilarious because Stinky cuddles up between those two like fucking tradies, and they're like, "Someone light a match." Oh, fuck.
Gold.
So my number one is Recess. And Recess is always my number one because I watched it fucking religiously. Like more than any other cartoon show I did as a kid was Recess. Because when I was like really getting into it, so Two-Stroke, well, where were we? We were there. Fucking Foxtel was like,
Yeah.
I was right into Foxtel.
The
as it was
Disney
getting
Channel.
Yeah. So we were straight in. And I had Cassidy there with me, and she was, what, a year older, so she was, like, plugging me for all the shit pause. But Recess was always there, and it was always on, and it was just constantly going, and it was fucking awesome. And it had very relatable characters, and it was because I was in school as well, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm here. Fucking excellent.
Fuck all them adults. My number one, man, I'm a child of the 80s, is Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
Like, for everything we said, before, Ninja Turtles is my always number one. It's the greatest cartoon ever made.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
For me,
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
is Raph.
But back then?
Leonardo.
Yeah.
I remember the toys we had.
Fucking
Our grandfather came back from bloody Bangkok. Basically Asia, all over Asia. We got like the exclusive Ninja Turtle toys that nobody ever had.
Yeah, man.
Has a bloody
Fire
Donatello that could swim.
Yeah, the wind-up
literally
feet.
swim.
It
It
was
was
shit.
fire.
It was the shit. And then the...
Yeah.
Fuck,
Nobody
was
had
cool.
that. It was
Nah.
exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking mad.
You know, there was like 19 points of articulation on those toys.
So much better than today.
Fucking oath.
Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can the characters only move like this?
I know. It pisses me off.
Like, I want to, like, you want to be able to pose them and everything.
Yeah, the
so that
posing.
they can get into a stance. And no,
They-
you could even move the hands.
And the toes, mate.
I don't know what's going on here. This generation has no idea what toys are. No
Big time. You know, for that level of like figurine now, you pay top dollar because thingy, who is it? Play Arts Kai do that like specifically. So all of their figurines have like X amount of points of articulation, so you can always pose your characters. Like I bought Jarvis the Virgil figurine ages ago from Play Arts Kai, and it's full. You can move it completely. And they give you
It's
different-
a real doll.
you can change the heads. They give you different weapons and shit like that, so you can pose them with different weapons and stuff. Yeah, it was good. The only like trade off is that you can see the movable joints, but that's about it.
Yeah, but when you're looking at it, like, you don't really see that. It
Yeah.
almost just blends in.
Yeah.
You have to be like really just in your hater mood to really just point the shit out.
It's true.
You can see them fucking joints. It's trash.
Fuck off. What did they know about toys?
Nothing.
All right, very good. That was fucking solid list. Very different as well. I liked it. Little
Yeah.
fucking trip through the old childhood there.
Mm.
I just want to track down Fillmore. See if they got that shit on Disney Plus.
They should. You'd hope so. I think they have Recess on there.
I just never watched Recess.
No, I'm saying like
I should have.
If they have Recess on there, they should have Fillmore.
Yeah, that's true. Because Fillmore was made by the Moes from Recess.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's why that animation style was the same.
Hmm.
I think I might like revisit a couple of these as well with Brody.
Yeah.
A good excuse for me to use for Brody.
Recess purposes only.
You should chuck on the mask for him
Ooh,
and see how he goes.
the Mask was another fire show. So was
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, and they had a Ace Ventura. They were just raping Jim Carrey's fucking whole
really
catalog.
He didn't come to voice any of those characters, did he?
No. Why would he? He was the biggest star in the world. He's got time for that.
My man, come catch this $25,000 bag right quick. Fuck that.
1,000?
25 million
I got a
over here.
million over here.
Badly. All right.
It's weird when you think about that guy, eh? Because from Ace Ventura, you just see him jettisoning.
Yeah.
From Ace Ventura, he was just in the stratosphere the whole time.
Yeah. Just pick his projects.
My man.
It's
Killing it. Thank you to everyone watching. What's your top 5? Did you have some of ours and yours? Let us know in the comments below. But yeah, we'll see you next week for another one. Catch us on Thursday for our thoughts on Violent Night, which we are seeing tomorrow, thanks to Universal. And yeah, we'll be back then. Take care. Love yourself. Love movies.
vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
Cheerio.